going on, everybody? I am back out in the desert at the John Day River with my friends Tracy and Terry, and we are hoping to catch a boatload of smallies today. We will see. I've never fished the river this high. Definitely standing in a spot where we usually lay our stuff down, so not really sure what to expect, but hoping we get on a ton of fish. Let's go. Oh, I love it.
Look at all
dude, those aren't even all bass.
What are they?
There was bluegills or crappie or something there. Look at them all. This is so freaking cool. They're so fast. Guys, I didn't get a first cast fish and I'm a little worried. Oh, there's one. Absolute tank, guys. What a beast. There we go. First John Day fish of the year. Hooked him right through this dome here. There he is. John Day Brute. Well, dude, starting off with the old Ned. There's been probably like 85 or 90% of the fish I've caught out of this river have come on the Ned. Despite there being a ton of them, they're very small, and going finesse seems to be the only way to get them most of the time. Oh my God. Dude smashed it. They're hitting these so hard when they do hit. He had like 5 chasers. Dude, there's like 5 fish chasing him around. There's so many. Got Terry with his first John Day smallie. Nice one too. Had good luck here in the last couple of years with this thing. Darts around really nice, and it's got a slow sink, so it helps keep it in the current over there as opposed to like a floating Rapala. There's one. It's more fun to get these aggressive fish. Like it's nice getting a ton of fish on the Ned, but I love throwing these moving baits and getting them to actually bite. Oh, there goes another one. I'm gonna count him. Number 3. Again on that Livetarget Dace. I'm working it pretty aggressively. Oh. That was the world's smallest fish on a freaking jerkbait. So I will say out here with this Ned, as some of you pointed out in previous videos, and I know Bass and Barbless is going to point out, as much as I preach slow down, I work it pretty quick. And my reason for that is what you saw with my first fish there, is that it's so easy to gut hook these fish. So I keep it moving, I keep feeling for it, so I gut hook as few fish as possible because they are small, and they can definitely swallow it without noticing. The bigger ones are pretty easy to, feel when you actually get hooked into them, but some of these little ones a little bit less so. Is that weeds or is that a fish? And there's also way more weeds than previous years. Oh, it's a fish, that's why. Never mind, it's a fish. There's way more weeds, I said, as my weeds are swimming off. That's one. I think I'm gonna call him number 8. Number 8, beautiful fish. Like, look at these fish. I just watched this one take it right in front of me. That's hilarious. I was reeling this in, and just to recast, and I saw 2 of them chasing it. And so I picked it up and let it drop, and this dude came in and absolutely smoked it on the drop. Like, it didn't even touch the bottom. There's another one. So after watching that last fish strike it, I tried on this cast. Instead of slow dragging it, I gave it 2 really hard pops and let it fall, and this dude cranked it as soon as it touched the bottom again. Number 10's the best one so far. Still not saying much. Again, these are not big fish, you can tell proportionally, but man, they are pretty. Yeah, I just got one Just on the retrieve too. Like barely reeling. It's hard for me not to count as I catch these fish here because we're kind of keeping track as well. There's a place you can actually catch 100 fish in a day or whatever. It's kind of fun to keep track and see if you can actually get there. This guy's got some gorgeous little colors on him. 12. And just to clarify what we're all throwing are ultralights, I believe. I'm throwing 5.6 Daiwa AbrasX Ultralight. We're throwing Ned rigs. That's been the bulk of what I've caught fish on at this river. I think we're throwing 10th ounce heads. Smaller ones are having trouble staying on the bottom. So again, we're catching tons of small fish. I think that's the goal for the day and what we're all okay with. You're not going to get a ton of big fish out here, especially in the middle of the summer, and especially when it's low. So we're actually fishing a spot that's between two rapids and it has a deep trench in it. So it's always produced before and it's already producing today. Man, I've gone like 4 casts without a bite. It got real slow. Like, not getting bites here is that slow. I mean, really. But Tracy's right. We went through some weird like ebbs and flows last time where we were catching fish in bunches and then we would catch nothing for like 30 minutes. There's one. Got him. Finally. Oh my God. It has been probably 10 or 15 minutes since my last fish. Not a bad one. Another pretty fish. 13. Let's see if going away from Elastec and going to a Roboworm is gonna make a difference. I wonder if these fish have ever even seen that. Ah, it's another okay one. Even on the bigger rod, they fight so far out of their weight class. You know, these are still not, look how dark this guy is. Guys, Terry and I were just talking about this, about how crazy the differences in appearance are from fish to fish to fish. You get some crazy tiger striped ones and you get obviously just the plain brown ones, and then you get these guys that are dark. They have really dark tails, dark fins, and then these ones that are dark always seem to have this like gray coloration on their tummies too. I like these guys a lot. So crunk. Whoa, you see how high that dude flew? Golly, some of these guys hit it so hard. Just so hard. There goes that Roboworm. There's one of my nicer ones of the day. Got a little gill damage. Not from me, luckily, or those parasites. You know, it might just be from the spawn. Both of his front fins are screwed up. Anyway, there's 17. You know, we're obviously here. We know what we're getting. We know we're not going to be catching trophy smallies. In the summer, this gets taken over really heavily by the little fish, and they're very aggressive. But it is hard to complain about catching a whole bunch of fish on a day like today in scenery like this. I saw him because he put slack in it. All right, there we go. That's either 20 or 21. All right, guys, there we go. I mean, we have barely been here an hour. I'd have to go look, but that's 20 fish. Feel all right about it, even though they are mondos. I'm not gonna lie, I really thought this was gonna be like my gotcha bait, this little swim bait. Considering how many had hit our lures as we reeled them. There we go. Reeled them back in. Oh! Now you decide to wake up. There we go. Holy cow. Look at the way he choked this swim bait. Think he wanted it? Good Lord. This is what that last fish was on. It's just a 2.5 or 2.8 inch Finesse swim bait. It's a Strike King. These guys, 2.75 inch Rage swimmers. I have it just attached to a little Ned head because I didn't have an actual swim bait head with me. And that dude absolutely swallowed it. So let's see if we can get more aggressive ones. Well, I finally got another one. This will be 22, I think. And right now, this is easily my best fish of the day. Actually, no, he's not. Terry just got the first one we got on a fly, so that's awesome. A lot of these fish have like weird growths and tumors and stuff, and that really makes me a little nervous. Well, it is 2:30, which is supposed to be my cutoff, so we're gonna make a handful more casts, try a couple more quick things, and then we're gonna head on out of here. So I'm sitting at 25 fish landed, I would say 60 fish hooked, and you know, hooked to the point where I fought them for at least a minute, at least a few seconds I should say. Call this one last cast. There we go, last cast luck. Got him. Don't pop loose. He is running straight at me. Well, there we go. I think he's probably close to number 30, 20, 26, I don't remember. But last fish is gonna look like that. A lot of these fish have this gunk behind their fins. I'm kind of wondering if there's a sickness or something going around, because it's either there or up on these fins here, and it doesn't look like spawning damage, so I don't know. We're gonna call it there. Finished just under 30. Both Tracy and Terry did pretty good today. Terry got on a whole bunch in a row at one point. That was really awesome, and then he's gotten a few more on the fly. So fun few hours in the desert, great weather. Catch you guys next time.